Hey y'all, today I want to share with you how I teach group subjects with both my kids and some tips and advice if you are interested in teaching group subjects or family style subjects in your homeschool, and some of our favorite resources we use for family style learning. Let's get into it. So first of all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking that play button for the first time. My name is Kaela. I'm a second generation homeschool mom to two girls aged 7 and 4 in Texas, and this is Ode to Abode, a place where I love to talk about home education, homemaking, and parenthood. If you love those things too, please consider clicking that subscribe button, click that notification bell so that you'll be one of the first to know when I make a new video. So what is a group subject? In the homeschool community, you may hear terms like group subject, or you may hear family style. So basically what that means, you may have children of various age groups and grade levels. For me personally, I have a 7-year-old who is at a first or second grade level in most things, and then I have a 4-year-old who is at a pre-K or kindergarten level with most things. And of course, there are lots of homeschool families with an even broader age range among their children. So as a homeschooling parent, it might feel overwhelming to have to teach all of these different grade levels and age ranges and really accommodate each child exactly where they are in any given school subject. Well, that's where group subjects or family style learning can really benefit your homeschool. If you can find a curriculum or a resource or a certain topic or subject that you can all learn about together, family style, this will really take a load off of you. You won't have to do so much prep work for individual teaching sessions across all school subjects. So let me tell you how we do this in my family. Typically, I have found that the subjects that work best for group style or family style learning are going to be your general knowledge subjects rather than your core skill set subjects. So if you don't know the difference, a general knowledge subject is a subject that can be a lot more broad and a subject that your child is going to be learning about all throughout their school years and hopefully even continue learning into adulthood. So subjects like geography, science, history, social studies, art appreciation, music appreciation, poetry, nature study, all of those subjects I consider to be general knowledge subjects. They are subjects that cover so much information and are so broad that you're going to have to continue covering them and continue to dive deeper and deeper into them basically your whole life. You're never going to learn all there is to learn about most of those subjects. So they're perfect for group style or family style learning because you can really pick and choose a focus point in that subject and then tailor it to multiple age levels or grade levels. Now, this is in contrast to a core skill set subject, which really has to be taught in an incremental way. So things like grammar, writing, reading, math, spelling, specific art skills or music skills like learning how to play an instrument, those subjects might require more one-on-one learning and more specific lessons that are geared towards an individual child, an individual age or grade level. So when I am looking to teach family style or group subjects, as I call them, I'm really looking at those general knowledge subjects versus the core skill set subjects. So now some tips that I've learned along the way that might be helpful to you if you want to incorporate family style or group style learning in your homeschool with your family. Tip number 1, teach to your oldest child and then tailor and accommodate to your younger children. Let's say that you want to teach science in a family style group setting, you'd want to make sure that your main curriculum, your main resources are geared towards your oldest child, that they're going to be really deep, they're going to be really lively, they're going to be really engaging. Maybe there's some experiments or some hands-on things for the older child. It's important because you want your older or more advanced child to be challenged. You don't want them to feel bored or feel like they already know this or feel like this is a waste of their time, because they will automatically disengage, and that's not going to benefit anyone else who's in that group. It's going to be a lot easier for you to just tailor that down to each child who's younger or less advanced after that older, more advanced child. You can easily engage your younger children by giving them coloring sheets that are on the same scientific theme, offering them sensory bins that are on the same theme, allowing them to play with any toys that are related to the science theme you're learning, and offering great picture books or really beautifully illustrated, engaging nonfiction books that are on that same science theme. Then you can gather around the table. You have your curriculum and resources that are more advanced, ready to go for your older child. You can focus on giving them that more advanced, challenging work and doing that along with them. For your younger kids, they can listen to all of the things being read and discussed by you and your older child or your older children. They can follow along with the books. They can watch and observe the experiments that are happening. Maybe they can participate in small ways as well. And they also will have those activity books or those coloring sheets or sensory bins or picture books that are on their level, but really are going to help simplify the concept and ensure that they're learning and taking away something from that too. Which leads me to my second tip. Try to make sure you have something special for each child or each level that you are teaching. Now, this is going to work really well for some families, and for other families, it might not work so well. If you have children that are all very close in age and maybe they tend to be a little bit more competitive with each other, you might be just fine giving them all the same activity, all the same worksheet or coloring sheet or what have you, and they might all feel comfortable doing the exact same thing. But if you have children that are spread out over a broader range, it can really make each child feel special and involved if you take the time to prepare something specifically for them. An example of how we recently did this was with our history curriculum. We are using History Quest. While we were studying ancient civilizations, the curriculum offered a few different activities. One of them was to make a clay cuneiform tablet using this ancient alphabet. So the child would have to decode from the ancient alphabet what they wanted to write, make their own tablet, and then create the symbols in the right order and write their message on the tablet. This activity was perfect for my 7-year-old. She loves working with clay. She loves making arts and crafts type things. And she also was just really excited about it being kind of like a secret decoding project. But of course, my 4-year-old wasn't ready to do anything like that just yet. Easy solution, a coloring sheet for her. She felt really engaged. She felt really involved. My 7-year-old was able to work on her clay tablet undisturbed. And they did this at the table together while I read the chapters from our history book. We're all able to have a nice discussion about what we covered, and they each have their own activity. My third little tip or bit of advice is that when you're teaching family style or group subjects, really go with that vibe. Now, what do I mean? Encourage conversation among the group. We're not trying to copy a classroom setting. We're trying to make this an engaging and special time for our family to be together and learn together. So we want to encourage conversation. We want to encourage questions and dialogue and collaboration. If you're covering a given lesson and all of a sudden your middle child has this question and your older child has this other question and your younger child is wanting to do this, and it's not according to the plan that you had laid out for that learning time, I really want to encourage you to go with the flow. Follow their questions. Don't be afraid of the rabbit trails. We often have our best homeschool moments when we're all at the table learning about the same subject together, and we end up having questions, either one of us or all of us, and then we decide to research and dig deeper together. Sometimes this can even lead to collaborating on a project together or an experiment together. I'm telling you, these are the best moments that really remind you why you're homeschooling in the first place. Moments like these also, in my experience and in my opinion, draw your children closer together. So go with the flow, let the conversation and the questions happen. It's okay if you get a little off track from the curriculum or from the plan for the day. Your kids are developing communication skills, critical thinking skills, collaboration skills, research skills. There is so much value that can be had in these group sessions. Don't be afraid to let your kids take the lead. Okay, so now let's talk about resources and curriculum that can really facilitate these group family style learning sessions. I find that a unit study style or something really close to a unit study approach works beautifully for family style learning. Now, you can plan your own unit studies around any theme that you want. All you have to do is pick a theme and then start collecting your resources like your books or your printables. Try to find some hands-on activities or experiments or crafts, and you're good to go. You can plan that out over as much time as you would like, and you can really customize it for each child. If you don't want to plan your own unit studies, you can also just look for curriculum and resources that are in that kind of unit study style, or resources and curriculum that specifically say they are for a range of ages or a range of grade levels. And if you use that age range as the range for your oldest child, you can typically accommodate and tailor the information down all the way to your youngest child. My choice has definitely been, I look for curriculum and resources that is for a range of ages. And this works really great for my family because I have 2 kids and they're 3 years apart. Here are some resources that we have used for family style learning that we have loved. History Quest for world history. We use the early elementary years. It's been really great so far. Even though we're pretty new with it, I'm really enjoying it, and I find it very easy to accommodate both of my girls using this curriculum. Blossom and Root is also a fantastic curriculum that I find very easy to tailor to both of my girls. Christina, who's the creator behind Blossom and Root, does tailor this curriculum for grade levels, but within that, she will give you kind of an age range of what each grade level will be appropriate for. And I find that as long as I'm, again, teaching to my oldest first, I can easily tailor the lessons down to my youngest. We use Blossom and Root for our art study and for our science, and we've had great success with both of those. I've also really enjoyed KiwiCo. Personally, we have really loved and enjoyed the Atlas subscription box for geography. Again, subscription boxes like this are usually going to be for a range of ages. And then, of course, my favorite resource for family style group subject type learning is books. Books and books and books and more books. Picture books and early reader books and more complex chapter books that I can read aloud to both girls. Books have been phenomenal for us to have that close time as a group all together and for us to learn about any given subject all together. Books are also a great way to take some of that teaching off of your shoulder and allow your older child to teach your younger child simply by reading out loud to them. The other amazing thing about books is they come for all age ranges on all subjects. So no matter what you're learning about, I guarantee you'll be able to find specific books on that subject for each age level or grade level that you have in your family. So take a look at some of the general knowledge subjects that your oldest child is covering and see if you can find any books on that subject that are more tailored to your younger kids. Boom, easy, family style learning, done. Have you tried family style learning or group subjects in your homeschool? What's worked? What didn't work? What are you hoping to try in the future? Let me know down in the comments. And if you have any questions for me about how we do group subjects in our homeschool, let me know that as well. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you found this video helpful or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. I will see y'all in the next one. Happy homeschooling.